The story of how
WRIZ, rise to the right side of your dial.
became.
WWOK, Miami.
This video contains a lot of newspaper articles and other graphics. If you would like to read them, simply pressing the space bar should pause the video. WRIZ was unique in many ways. It operated at 1550 kilohertz, daytime only, with 10,000 watts. The directional four-tower array was meant to steer the signal away from ZNS in the Bahamas, which operated at 1540. The most unique characteristic of the station is its towers and transmitter, located in Biscayne Bay. A boat was actually needed to get to the transmitter site, which was located in shallow water. The only time the transmitter site could be accessed was during high tide. As I recall, the transmitter engineers worked 48-hour shifts. Being a daytime-only station, there was an opportunity for some evening recreation. As I understand it, the fishing was pretty good. In early 1969, WRIZ changed format to country. Well, the ratings improved, and Jack Roth, the president of Mission Broadcasting Company, was looking for a full-time facility. When the Vyshetinsky family put WAME at 1260, a full-time station, up for sale, Jack Roth jumped at the opportunity. This meant a reduction in power to 5 kilowatts, but it also meant a 24-hour facility. On Friday, June 20th, 1969, the switch was made with a giant premiere cocktail party at the studios. To make the transition easier on the listener, a continuous loop of this portion of Western Union Man by the Five Americans were played on 1550 and 1260. Shortly thereafter, the news station was on the air.
Everything's okay with WWOK.
1260.
Members of the air staff did about a half-hour segment to introduce the new format and to demonstrate their voiceover skills to the invited advertising agency people at the party. Mornings would be handled by Mike Millard from WDRC in Hartford and WIOD in Miami. Middays hosted by George Means. Doing afternoons, Tommy Woods from Gainesville. Unfortunately, we don't have a picture of Tommy. Lee Scott, who had a houseboat on the Miami River, was in charge of the 7 to midnight segment. Joe Bernard from Nashville entertained Miami from midnight till 6. Jay Robbins did a little bit of everything: news, promotions, and the weekend shift. A true radio professional and a joy to work with was Tom Carey in the newsroom. Bill Wheatley was the program director. Edwin Pope, a highly respected sports writer for the Miami Herald, was the sports director.
Music countrywide, WWOK, OK Radio.
Hopefully, the resolution will be good enough for you to read some of the printed material. Once again, to pause the recording, just hit the space bar. Since all the broadcast gear was only 2 years old, everything pretty much stayed in place. Note the Western Union clock in the control room. 3 turntables, an Ampex reel-to-reel, and a multitude of cart machines. The newsroom and its news-gathering equipment. Production room, everything practically brand new, with the exception of this classic, lovingly restored by George Ing. Probably an old Gatesport. And that's the story of how
WRIZ, rise to the right side of your dial.
became.
WWOK, OK Radio.